Hello and welcome. Today, we're diving deep into the world of Charles Dickens with a detailed study guide for one of his most beloved novels, David Copperfield. This isn't just a summary. We're going to explore key excerpts and themes that bring this timeless story of hardship, friendship, and self-discovery to life. So grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's journey back to Victorian England. We begin with David's early life, a time marked by both profound love and immense cruelty. It all starts to go wrong with the introduction of Mr. Murdstone and his associate, Mr. Quinion. They arrive under the guise of being friends of David's mother, but their presence immediately casts a dark shadow. Remember that strange little inside joke they have about Brooks of Sheffield? They pretend David has a rival for his mother's affection, mocking him with laughter. It seems like a cruel game, and this moment is pure foreshadowing, a sinister hint of the emotional and physical abuse that Mr. Murdstone will soon inflict upon young David, twisting his happy home into a place of fear. But amidst this darkness, there is a beacon of light, David's dear nurse, Peggotty. She whisks him away for a holiday to Yarmouth, a trip that becomes a cherished memory of warmth and kindness. This is our introduction to the Peggotty family. They live in a house that's literally an overturned boat on the beach. How magical is that for a child? This home, filled with the smell of the sea and the sound of waves, is a sanctuary. It's the complete opposite of David's increasingly cold and rigid life back home. Living with the Peggottys is a dream for David. He's surrounded by love. There's the generous and fatherly Mr. Peggotty, a simple fisherman with a heart as big as the ocean. There's his nephew Ham, a kind, loyal young man who becomes like a brother to David. And then there's little Emily, Mr. Peggotty's orphaned niece. She's a captivating character, dreaming of becoming a lady. This idyllic time at the boathouse isn't just a happy memory. It establishes a found family for David, a group of people who will remain a constant source of love and support throughout his life. Of course, no household is without its quirks, and at the Peggottys, that comes in the form of Mrs. Gummidge. She's Mr. Peggotty's widowed friend, and she has a habit of lamenting her misfortunes, often saying she feels things more than other people. She's a lone, lorn creature, as she puts it. While she adds a touch of melancholy to the cheerful home, she's not just a figure of pity. Dickens shows us a complex character dealing with grief. The Peggottys treat her with immense patience and kindness, and in their company, even she finds a sense of belonging. Her presence highlights the incredible compassion of this family. But the holiday must end, and David returns home to a changed world. His mother has married Mr. Murdstone. The once loving home is now ruled by an authoritarian hand. Mr. Murdstone believes in firmness, which is really just a word for cruelty. He's a tyrant who uses fear to control everyone, especially David. He punishes David for the slightest mistake, creating an atmosphere of constant anxiety. This is where David's real suffering begins, under the oppressive watch of a stepfather who sees him not as a child, but as an obstacle to be broken. How does a young boy cope with such a harsh reality? For David, the answer is literature. He discovers a small collection of his father's books, Don Jones, Robinson Crusoe, Don Quixote. These stories become his escape. He immerses himself in these fantastical worlds, becoming the heroes of the tales he reads. His imagination becomes his shield, a private sanctuary where he can flee from Mr. Murdstone's tyranny. This isn't just a childhood pastime. It shows us the power of storytelling as a coping mechanism and foreshadows David's own future as a writer. After a particularly brutal beating from Mr. Murdstone, David is sent away to a boarding school called Salem House. If he thought things couldn't get worse, he was wrong.